For more than 6 centuries, one empire stood at the crossroads of 3 continents. It controlled lands from Europe to Africa and deep into the Middle East. Its armies were feared, its cities were rich, and its rulers called themselves the guardians of a civilization. But, like all great empires, it eventually collapsed. So, how did a small tribal kingdom become one of the most powerful empires in history? And what caused the fall of the mighty Ottoman Empire? The answer is a story of ambition, conquest, and the slow weight of time. The birth of an empire. The story begins around the year 1299. A small Turkish leader named Osman I ruled a modest territory in Anatolia. At the time, the powerful Byzantine Empire still controlled much of the region, but Osman had a vision. He united warriors under a single banner and launched raids against neighboring lands. These victories attracted more followers. Soon, what began as a small tribal state started transforming into something far greater. An empire had been born. As the Ottomans grew stronger, they developed one of the most powerful armies of the medieval world. Their elite soldiers were known as the Janissaries. These troops were highly trained, disciplined, and loyal to the Sultan. Under leaders like Mehmed II, the empire expanded rapidly. And in 1453, something extraordinary happened. The Ottomans captured Constantinople. The city had stood for nearly 1,000 years. Its massive walls had repelled countless invasions, but now they fell. The conquest shocked the world, and it transformed the Ottomans into a global superpower. At this moment, it seemed like nothing could stop the Ottoman Empire, but history has a pattern. Every empire that rises eventually faces the challenge of maintaining its power, and that challenge would become the Ottomans' greatest test. The Golden Age. Under rulers like Suleiman the Magnificent, the empire reached its peak. Ottoman territory stretched across southeastern Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Cities flourished, trade routes connected continents, and the empire became a center of culture, science, and architecture. The capital city, once Constantinople, became Istanbul. From its palaces and mosques, the sultans ruled millions of people. For centuries, the Ottoman Empire appeared unstoppable. But decline rarely happens overnight. Slowly, the empire began to weaken. Corruption spread through the government, military power declined, and new European nations began rising with stronger economies and modern technology. The old, once-feared Janissary army became outdated. Reforms were attempted, but change came too slowly. By the 1800s, the empire was struggling. European leaders even calling it the sick man of Europe. The final blow came during World War I. The Ottoman Empire joined the war but suffered devastating defeats. After the war ended in 1918, the empire was divided among victorious powers. Shortly after, the Ottoman monarchy was abolished, and in 1922, the empire officially ended. From a small tribal state to a vast empire spanning continents, its story had lasted over 600 years. The history of the Ottoman Empire is one of the most remarkable journeys in world history. It rose through courage, discipline, and vision. But like many empires before it, it eventually fell when it could no longer adapt to a changing world. The rise and fall of empires remind us of a powerful truth. Success is not only about achieving greatness, it is about continuously adapting, learning, and evolving. Because when leaders stop adapting, even the greatest empires can fade into history.